Now you understand the concept of what a script is and what kind of problems could arise during programming using the example of the banana milkshake script. We'll slowly ease into actual Maxscripting from now on while still learning basic programming concepts. Gradually these concepts will become more and more abstract, so to be able to explain them we'll need to put them in Maxscript examples. For that we'll jump forward a bit now and learn a little bit about how we can access Maxscript in 3ds Max. There are several different ways to do that through the 3ds Max interface. You can find Maxscript controls up in the main menu under the Maxscript. And you can find pretty much the same controls back in the utility panel here under Maxscript. In both places you can open something called the Maxscript Listner. This is where we'll start for now, and we'll get back to the other menu items later. So for now let's open this Listener window by either clicking here or up in the menu using the Maxscript Listener item or pressing F11, its shortcut key. The Maxscript Listener is a window that is usually found in the lower left corner of the 3ds Max interface. But for better usability it can be opened up as a bigger floating window. It is the voice and hearing of 3ds Max. This is where you can give direct orders to Max and have to reply to them printed. All Maxscript error messages or simple runtime informations are put into this area, so it will be our basic playground. This interface allows us to do easy line-by-line scripting, trying simple commands and see their effects. Later on, when our scripts are made out of multiple lines, bigger chunks of code, we'll use the script editor, which is basically an notepad type of editor built into 3ds Max. You can save and load written scripts and easily manage them, but we'll get back to that later. With a fresh start of Max, usually we see the following window with the basic introduction from Max. Welcome to Maxscript. There are two areas or fields in the Listener window where we can write our commands. The top one that has a pink background, which we can't see here, but we can see it in the mini Listener window, and the white one on the bottom. If you don't see both, that's because the default state of this floater, the top field, is minimized. So let's open it up a little so we have both to use. There we go. We can give orders to Max in both windows. The difference is that the top window is a basic editing interface, while the bottom one also has all the replies coming from Max. Let's try this with a simple example. Type 4 plus 4 in the pink area. Oops. There you go. Then hit Shift Enter on the keyboard. As you can see, by hitting Shift Enter, Max evaluated this line and spit the result in the white area, saying 8 in blue. Now go into the bottom field and type 15 plus 5 and hit Shift Enter again. The result is listed in the next line saying 20. So while both fields can be freely used to evaluate commands, you can see that the white area gets trashed a little with the results of each line. If we had a 4-line script which we ran line by line, we wouldn't want to have each line's results breaking up our script. It's better if the results are in a separate area. So I will try to have most of my scripting done up here in the pink field, while we have the results separately down here in the white field. Let's jump back a little to the simple 15 plus 5 command and the way we evaluated it. We had to hit Shift Enter to get the result of the line. There is another way to evaluate lines in Maxscript, which is a bit easier maybe, and that's simply hitting the Enter on the numeric pad on the keyboard. In most editors, normal Enter means that we want to start a new line. This is the same in Max, but the 3ds Max developers made a good use of the fact that there are two different Enter keys on most keyboards. So the big Enter key is for starting a new line, and the small Enter on the numpad or numeric pad, or you can press Shift Enter, is to evaluate the current script line. So let's clear the Listener window from the previous commands and the results by going to each respectable field and hitting Edit, Clear All.